And the second person is Harvey J. Cohen, class of '61. He is a geriatrician and oncologist at Duke University Medical Center. For his interest in cancer in the elderly, he is recognized as a leader in the growth of geriatric oncology discipline. Included among his many professional roles are the chair of the Cancer in the Elderly Committee for the Alliance for Clinical Trials in Oncology and co-chair of the Task Force on Cancer and Aging for the American Association for Cancer Research. It's a great pleasure to introduce Harvey.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be back here. I haven't been on campus in many, many years since we lived in North Carolina, since we left Brooklyn, so it's kind of fun to see the place. We actually took a little tour of the lily pond a little while ago, and it looks a lot better than I remember it at the time, because I recall spending a lot of time there when I was in bacteriology class scooping water to see what was in it at the time. And it was actually a very formative experience, because it was one of the things that got me interested in microscopy, which led to some of my interest subsequently in hematology. So it was an interesting time. So I really do owe a lot to Brooklyn College, and I greatly appreciate both this honor and the education I received here. Several things come to mind. First, it was a school that enabled me in the first place to be able to go to college. Given the financial structure at the time, it's debatable as to whether I would have been able to afford to go to college in the first place had Brooklyn not been available in the way it was at that time. Secondly, though, despite the pretty reasonable financial costs of the school, I have always felt that I received here a phenomenal education, and one that really prepared me very well for all that I did in subsequent training and in my subsequent career. It really set me up perfectly for those activities. I also remembered when I was out there at the Lily Pond, one of the professors here, Harry Albaum, who was in the biochemistry and biology department at the time, who afforded me my first laboratory experience, which again was very formative and set me in the direction that I ultimately pursued from a career standpoint. The third, Brooklyn College is a place that I met or reconnected with and certainly bonded with the people who, for the most part, have remained my closest friends to this day. We were talking a little bit before about how school was big and you only remembered a relatively small cadre of people that you were either in a house plan with or a fraternity or something. And those are the people that to this day we're still friends with. So I really appreciate that. But fourth and finally, and most importantly, Brooklyn College was the place in, I don't know if it still exists, we're going to go try to find out later, in the Boylan Hall cafeteria, where with the assistance of Usher House and Toy House, I met my wife, Sandy, who's here today, and with whom over the past 55 years or so, she has helped me live a life that I could have only imagined and certainly never anticipated at the time we were here in Brooklyn. So I owe a lot to Brooklyn College. I'm delighted to be here, and I really appreciate this award. Thank you.